If you don't do this, women will never respect you. The reason why women find it easy to disrespect some of you guys and take some of you guys for granted is because most of you guys don't know how to make these women to work hard before you start giving them your time, your money, and your attention. As long as you are giving a woman everything freely without her working for it, she will always take it for granted, and she will most likely take you for granted. And I often see this when a man is trying to win a girl over. As a man, you are not meant to win a girl over. The more you try to win a girl over, the more you make it obvious to her that you want her more than she wants you. And that will give her room to start misbehaving, to start taking you for granted, and to even disrespect you. Some of you guys even go to the extent of tolerating disrespect, of tolerating insults, of tolerating manipulation, just for a girl to be with you because you're afraid of losing her. You don't want this girl to be angry with you. You don't want this girl to be annoyed with you. So you end up tolerating disrespect. You end up losing your ability to demand for respect just for this woman to be with you. As long as you are disrespecting yourself just for a woman to be with you, that woman can never respect you. As long as you are giving your time and attention and energy to a woman who has not worked hard to deserve it, that woman will never appreciate you. She will always take it for granted. Before you spend money on a woman, before you give a woman your time and attention, let her deserve it. Some of you guys, the moment you meet a girl, you're already spending money. A girl, see, when a woman meets you, they will always test you. If a girl meets you for the first time and you ask her out on a date, and this girl tells you, before I go out on a date with you, you have to give me money to make my hair. You have to give me money to buy the dress I'll wear to that date. You have to give me money to buy the wig and the makeup I'll wear on the date. If you accept to do this for her, she will know that you are a guy who doesn't have that balls to stand up for himself. And once a woman notices or gets to know that you're the kind of guy who doesn't have the balls to stand up for herself, she will start disrespecting you. Women always test men, and how you respond to a woman's test will determine the level of respect she can give to you. Because you want a girl to like you, to be with you, you go to the extent of spending money when she doesn't deserve it, when she has not worked hard for it. As long as you are doing all this just for a girl to be with you, you've given her the room to disrespect you, because she knows that you don't want to lose her. She knows that you don't want to annoy her. She knows that you want her by all means. When you give a woman that impression that you can tolerate disrespect just for her to be with you, she'll keep disrespecting you. This is why I always tell you guys, make sure you are able to get to that point in your life where you can easily kick away any woman from your life, where you can easily throw away any woman that doesn't respect you. When you are afraid of losing girls, you will always end up being disrespected and being taken for granted by these women. If a girl is not respecting you, if a girl is not acting right, if a girl is not behaving well, break up with them. Stop giving them your time and attention. When a woman knows that whenever I don't behave, this guy will always be ready to throw me away, they will always behave. They will respect you more. When you make it obvious that you are not afraid of losing a girl who has disrespected you, the women that come into your life, they will perceive that energy around you and they will often respect you. But when you are the kind of guy who can tolerate disrespect, who can tolerate manipulation, who can tolerate all manner of stupidity, just because you don't want to lose that girl, or just because you don't want to lose the women that come into your life, those women will always misbehave. Those women will never treat you well because you are afraid of losing them. Get to that point where you are not afraid of losing any woman. Before you be with a woman, before you date a woman, already in your mind, make up your mind that if this girl misbehaves, you will not even think twice before throwing her away. When you exude this kind of energy, women will always respect you. When you make it mandatory that before you spend your money on a girl, before you buy for a girl this and that, before you buy for her expensive hair, phones, clothes and shoes, she must have worked hard to contribute value to your life She must have worked hard to add value to your life before you start doing all those things. When you have made it mandatory, those women will work harder to impress you, and they will respect you more because you've made them to work hard. Unlike so many men out there who give women things freely without even them deserving it. When you do this, the women that will come into your life will respect you because people respect what they worked hard to get. But whatever you give to people free of charge, they can never respect it and they can never value it. Which is why you have to make these women to always work hard. Before you spend on them, before you spoil them, let them work hard for it. Let them work hard to deserve it. Because when they have worked hard for it, they will always value it more. The reason why a woman will leave you without even thinking twice about all the money you've given to her, all the time and energy you've input into her, is because she did not work hard for it. Assuming she worked hard for it, before she leaves you, she will think twice because she had to work hard before you gave her those things. Never give women anything freely. Let them work hard for it because as long as they're working hard for it, they will appreciate it more and they'll never take it for granted and they'll respect you more. But when you give women things freely, before you even get to meet a girl, there are so many guys who have done this. They met a girl on Instagram. Before they even meet the girl physically, before they even meet this girl physically, they have spent money on her. Simping. Women know all this and they know that a guy who is ready to spend money on them before even meeting them is a simp. Is a guy they can disrespect. Is a guy they can push around. Is a guy they can manipulate. Women sense all these things. So be a guy who always demands that women work hard before you spend on them, before you give them your time and attention. But when you are giving a woman all these things freely, they will start looking at you as someone, or they'll start seeing you as someone they can misbehave around, as someone they can basically behave anyhow with. They will start looking you less. They'll start looking at you less. So be the kind of man who always demands for women to work hard before you give them those things you want to give them. Don't be a simp. Don't be the guy who pays for a woman's dress, a woman's hair, a woman's makeup, just for that woman to come out on a date with them. That is one of the highest levels of simping. If a girl doesn't like you enough to come out on a date with you, on a simple date, not even an expensive date, on a simple date with you, then don't give her your time and attention. Don't even try to convince her into being with you. Because the more you convince a woman to be with you, the more she know that this guy wants me more than I want him. And that will give her room to disrespect you and to treat you as if you were nothing. Only a man who demands respect from women, only a man who demands that women work hard before he starts spoiling them, will women respect. It's as simple as that. Don't be a simp. The more you simp for these women, the more you give them money without them working hard to deserve it, the more you tolerate their disrespect, they will never respect you. Learn to stand up for yourself and learn to also be able to cut off any girl who doesn't show enough interest in you and who doesn't want to behave well as long as she's with you.